students. I am Dr. Shikha Pandey, Associate Professor from the Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. So today I am going to discuss about the environmental ethics and the concepts of the green building. So let's start this discussion with the basics of this ethics. What does this ethic means? Ethical, we can say that it is a moral. In normal term, if we say the meaning of ethics, this is called as a moral, means it is the study of good or bad or right or wrong, means it is a ethics. So the ethics related with the environment means which is the good moral for environmental, what is our duty towards the environment, means which we should do for the goodness or bad for the environment, which is right or wrong for the environment. That's why this environmental ethics is there. So first one is that ethical standard, means that is the criteria that help differentiate among right and the wrong, means it is some standard is there for that is called as ethical standards, means these are those criteria that helps in differentiate right from wrong. And then next point is about that environmental ethics. It is the set of ethical questions regarding human interaction with the environment. This is about the environmental ethics, means the study of ethical questions, ethical things, some morals regarding human interaction with the environment. This is called as environmental ethics, means it is a basic moral or basic study of the ethical questions regarding human interaction with the environment. So environmental ethics is a moral philosophy concerning non-human nature. Environmental ethics is revolutionary departing from a bi-millennial tradition in moral philosophy that has identified human exclusively as a subject matter of ethics. The scientific study that deals with the various practical issues and problems concerning the basic rights of individual on the environment is called as environmental ethics, means those field of study that deals with the various practical studies and problems concerning the basic rights of individual on the environment is called as environmental ethics, means study those science, those study that will deal with the various practical issues and problems that is associated with the problem, like if we are studying about the some air pollution, water pollution, and the basic right of the individuals, means it is a right and of every human being to get clean air, clean environment, and it is also a right of every human being, so to develop some ethics towards them, so that that is their duty, that is their moral principles toward this nature of towards the environment. That's why it is a moral philosophy concerning the non-human nature, means we can say that environmental ethics is a moral philosophy that should be present within a person, that is his duty toward the nature and the environment, and that environmental ethics is a revolutionary in departing from bi-millennial tradition in moral philosophy that has identified human exclusively as a subject matter of ethics. So this is about the environmental ethics, means it is a moral of study, it is a philosophy of that will concern the non-human behavior towards the environment. Means it is a right, or it is our moral to respect environment, and it is our right to give concern about the basic rights of individual on the concerns and of environment is called as environmental ethics. And now comes to the next thing. This is about the environmental ethics is a discipline that studies the moral relationship of human being to and also the values and moral status of the environment and its non-human content. Means it is a emotion, it is a emotion of an individual toward the environment, and it is a discipline that will study the moral relationship of human being to their particular environment, in which environment he is staying. So it is his moral values, it is his personal ethics towards this environment that is called as environmental ethics, and it is a value and moral status of the environment and its non-human content, and it exerts influence on the large range of discipline, including all the field of study, that is sociology, theology, economic ecology, and geography. So it will exert data from lots of disciplines of this ethics. So this is philosophy. First is about sociology, theology, economics, ecology, and geography. So there are many ethical decisions that human being makes to conduct respect to their environment. This environmental ethics is all about a moral of an individual, moral of an human being to respect, to conduct toward his environment, so that they will grow in a perfect manner, and they will not consume, or they will not destruct the environment. So this is a philosophy, basic philosophy a human being will have towards his environment. So, and it is a ethical decision that human being makes with the environment. And these are some things like, should we continue to propagate? Should we continue to cut forest for the sake of human consumption? Means if some ethics will develop within a human being, if a human being is thinking about the environment, and some moral value is developed within a human being, then the human being will think, a person will think before cutting the forest, like, we should continue to cut forest for the sake of human consumption. Is it right or wrong? It is ethically right or wrong? We should, for our personal self, for our personal satisfaction, we are cutting forest and trees in that much enormous amount. That is not good. And then next thing is about, we continue to make gasoline powered vehicle, because we are making gasoline powered vehicle that is polluting the environment, that is creating air pollution. So is it right, is it a right of a human being that they can produce that gasoline that will deteriorate the quality of air? This is not a right way. This is not ethically, it is a wrong. It is not a principle of any person. It is not a right of any person, so they can pollute the environment. That's why we are studying this environmental ethics. Means every person should have some ethical background, should have some moral towards the environment, so that they can protect or preserve the environment. So ethically to destructing environment, ethically to pollute environment, ethically to cut the tree is wrong. And if we'll think that there is some relationship between the moral relationship of human being and the value and the moral status of the environment, then every human being will feel some value toward this environment, and they are not going to destruct, or they are not going to pollute the environment in that manner. And the next thing is that human beings should have feeling, had some questions like, obligation do you need to give for future generation? Means what we are doing with the today's environment, in that much encroachment we are doing with the today's environment, like we are cutting trees, we are destructing forest, we are haunting animals, poaching of animals. So that is it good for the future generation? So if a person should develop some ethics with the environment, or the person will have some morals toward the environment, then only he will think about the environment, then only he will do something to protect the environment, then only a person will understand that it is my right, and this is my duty to protect my environment, to protect all the surrounding that is facing toward me. So this is about the environmental ethics that should have to practice between every individual, and it is a duty of every individual, so to develop some moral or some emotion toward the environment. And next thing is about the environmental ethics, is that it is the importance of environmental ethics. Why this ethics is important, and we are going to study about the values of this environmental ethics and the importance of this ethics. Is like we will make us aware of the indiscrimination and destructive human activities. So if we are going towards the thinking toward the ethics, if we'll study about this ethics, then we'll get idea about this indiscriminate and destructive nature of a human being towards the environment. Because today's human being, for their self, they are destroying the environment, they are destructing the environment. So this is about the importance of environmental ethics. Like a human being have some duties toward the safety of the environment, and it will be, after studying this environmental ethics, it will make a person aware about the indiscriminate and destructive the human activities towards this environment. And next point is that inculcate moral value toward the nature and learn to respect various life forms through environmental ethics. Means people will learn to respect some life form, all creatures that is present on the earth. So this come under the category of environmental ethics. If a person will develop some ethics, some feeling, some emotion towards this environment, then they will start valuing the different type of, they will start respecting all the life form present on the earth, and then only they will understand its value. So that is all about the importance of environmental ethics. And next thing is that it will concern with the issue of responsible personal conduct with respect to the natural landscape, resource, species, and non-human organism, and conduct with concern with the issue of the responsible person, conduct with the respect of landscape, issue, resources, species, and non-human organism that is present on the earth. So it concerned with all the issues and responsibility related with a person that will conduct with the landscape, resources, species, and non-human organism. So now comes to the next thing. This is about the some different view towards this environmental ethics. First one is the ecological view toward this environmental ethics. This is like a ecological view demonstrate ecological function. Means if you will think about the ecological view of an of environment, then this will just demonstrate the ecological functioning of an environment. So on an ethical ground, it is believed that earth has its own mechanism of functioning, growth, and development. So on ethically, if we'll see that earth has their own property to functioning, growth, and development, and nature has its own purification processes and recovery system of life, even in the very adverse condition. Means nature has that kind of power, so they can recover, they can do purification of life on the earth, even in any adverse condition. Next thing is that conservation ethics. It is an extension of the instrumental value to the natural environment. Means this will be a extension of instrumental value towards the natural environment. Focus only on the work of environment in terms of the its utility and usefulness to human conservation. It will focus mainly on the work of the environment, like it will, and the terms of the its utility, and what is the utility and usefulness to the human conservation. So this is about the conservation ethics. Means it will focus on the functioning of environment in terms of the utility and usefulness to the human conservation. Next thing is about the conservation ethics. Conservation ethics leads to the conservation of all the resources, conservation of resources that is already present on the earth, conservation of resources that is already present on the earth. So this conservation ethics will lead to the creation of establishment of national park, wildlife sanctuary. Means to conserve the resources, or to conserve the biodiversity that is already present on the on this earth. So this is about the conservation ethics. It will lead to the creation of national park, wildlife sanctuary, responsible use of non-renewable energy sources, water conservation efforts. And next thing is that conservation is a means to an end and purely concerned with the mankind and his future generation. Conservation is a means to an end, and that will purely concern with mankind and the future generation. This is about the conservation ethics. Conservation ethics will be formed for the conservation of natural resources, for the conservation of national park in the form of national park, wildlife sanctuaries, responsible use of non-renewable energy sources, water conservation efforts, etc. Conservation is therefore a means to an end and purely concerned with the mankind and the future generation and his future generation. Means it is specially concerned with the mankind, that is the end, and it is mainly concerned with the future generation that is coming to the environment, that will be surviving in this environment that is present today's world. So this is about the conservation ethics, and this is about the this part of this lecture is about the environmental ethics. Like it is a moral value towards the environment, what a person should develop. A person will have some moral, some ethical issues connected with the environment. If the person will find some moral value, then only the person will think about the protection of the environment. Then only a person will think that it is my duty to safeguard of the environment and the creatures and all living creature living on this earth. So that this comes under the category of environmental ethics. That's why we are studying this environmental ethics. And in the environmental ethics, subject, a person will leads to the feeling that the cutting of tree is good or not. If a person will going to think about that the pollution, that we are polluting the environment, that we are deteriorating the air quality, is it good or not to discharge that much amount of solid wastewater to directly to the river, is it good or not? So if a person will going to study about the ethics related with the environment, if we have to develop some ethics towards the environment, then only he will think about the protection of the environment. Then only he will think about that it is a duty of every individual to the safety and the safeguard of the environment. So this was all about the environmental ethics. Now comes to the next topic of this lecture. This is about the green building. Green building, as we already know, that a building that will be green means building that will be eco-friendly. Eco-friendly building is called as eco-friendly. Then we will call this kind of building is green building. Means the objective is to evolve a strategy to reduce energy use in building so as to reduce energy cost, greenhouse gas emission into the Earth's atmosphere. It is a very good initiative towards the reduce energy use in the buildings to reduce the energy cost and greenhouse gas emission into the earth atmosphere. It is a building that is designed, constructed and operated to minimize the total environmental impact while enhancing user comfort and productivity. Means this kind of building is designed and constructed and operated to minimize the total environmental impact, or to minimize the environmental pollution related with the this construction, while enhancing user comfort and productivity. Because due to the adaptation of this modern lifestyle, more environment destruction is there. That's why this concept has been originated, this green building concept. Because green building concept is like that concept that it should be environment friendly, it should be reduce the cost, it should be designed in this way that will be not much harmful to the environment, and that will be a green in nature, that should be a eco-friendly. Now comes to the next point about this green building. It refers to both a structure and the application. Means and that a process that are environmentally responsible and resource efficient throughout a building life cycle, from planning to design, construction, operation, maintenance, renovation and demolition. Means from every step till the building whole lifestyle, everything should be environmental friendly and resource efficient. From throughout the life cycle of a building, means from planning to designs, then it's construction, then operation, maintenance and renovation and demolition till demolition. Means whole life cycle of a building should be in an environment friendly manner. Means to thinking about each and every life cycle of a building, from at the time of construction, design to demolition, and till the whole life cycle of the building should be environment friendly. That is called as green building concept. This concept is a very good concept toward the sustainability of the environment, and this concept has now originated in the metropolitan cities. Means any kind of development, this kind of building design comfort, so that will minimize the environmental effect while in the construction, while adopting user friendly and comfort and productivity. So this concept is called as green building concept. And this green building concept, the main principle involved in the green building concept is the structural efficiency. Means structurally it should be environment friendly. Structurally it should be environment friendly and energy efficient. Energy should be in efficient manner, like that water efficiency, waste efficiency. Means all things that is related with environment should be in efficient amount. Means should be in a proper amount, so that it will not produce any kind of pollution. Means no overuse of energy, no overuse of water, no mismanagement of waste. A structure should be in efficient manner, that it should be comes under the concept of green building. And these are the main principle involved for this green building. Means structure should be efficient for the green concept. Energy should be in a proper way manners, that maybe They will bring non-renewable sources of energy like solar energy, wind energy, and they will not go towards the traditional form of energy, that is fossil fuel. Water efficiency should be there, no wastage of water. Some rainwater harvesting should be adopted on the roof of the building so that the person can again use the water. And next is the waste efficiency, like waste management plans should be sometimes involved within the community. And next is it is the main intention is to minimize the total environment impact associated with all life cycle. So for water efficiency, rainwater harvesting was installed on the roof. Sometimes solar plates are involved. So these are all about the efficiency of green building concepts that has been adopted today's world, and these are the main principle behind this green building. And it is a all way that has been formed, all way to minimize the environmental impact associated with all life cycles. Means it is mainly has been made to reduce the environment impact that has been associated with this the side effects of that green building, or that will affect any kind of environmental problem. Now comes to the next point about this green building use less energy, water, create less waste, and are healthier for to live, work, or go to school in than standard building. Means this building use less energy, water, create less water, and are healthier to live, work, or go to school in than a standard building. Means it will use less energy, or sometime it will use a renewable source of energy like solar energy. They are not much dependent on the traditional fossil fuel, and less water is used. Rainwater is harvested on the roof. Rainwater harvesting is there, and the growth in green building leads to less reliance on fossil fuel. Obviously, if we are shifting toward the environment friendly things, we have to bifurcate the use of fossil fuel and these kind of things. Next is about the benefits related with the green building. Means the main advantages why we are shifting toward this green building concept. This green building concept is that kind of concept that is not going to destruct or deteriorate or cause any harm to the environment. So first benefit is that it will prevent the soil erosion. Soil erosion has been prevented because they will not they will means they will formed on the compact soil basis. They will first a compact soil structure is there, then only they will start the building, so that it will prevent the erosion of soil. Next is rainwater harvesting. Means rainwater harvesting is installed on the roof of the building, so that they will store more water coming out of rain, and that is called as rainwater harvesting. Next thing is about use of solar energy. Means already they are shifting toward the renewable form of energy. So this solar energy is already an eco-friendly form of energy, and this is pollution-free energy. This is the main benefits of this green building. Like they are shifting toward the use of solar energy, and then reduction in the uses of water. Water use will be reduced, and then due to all these things, recycling of wastewater and the use of world-class energy efficient practices should be there. Means wastewater recycling should be installed within the boundary of the building, so that the good kind of best type of method should be adopted for the wastewater recycling. And then again they will need to use the wastewater recycling is there, and then again water use is there. That's why it will reduce, it will involve the less water use, and less water use will be the very much efficient for the safety and for the for the future generation. And this will comes all, we can say that if we'll practicing all these kind of benefits, this green building concept, we are shifting toward the sustainable development only. And these are the concepts of green building. First one is about how to implement this green building concept in a natural world. First of all, sustainable site planning is there. Means sustainable means site planning. First of all, it will starts with the planning of site. Means it should be at that place where it will not harm, not causes destruction to the environment. So that kind of site planning is there in nearby to any area. So this one is the sustainable site planning. Then building design optimization. Optimization should be adopted for the design of the building. Energy performance optimization. Obviously, optimization should be also already uh, adopted for the energy performance. We will try to reduce the use of more and more amount of energy, and we'll try to use it in an efficient manner so that more amount of energy will not be used, and energy should be used in an optimized manner. Renewable energy utilization. Obviously, solar energy is there. Solar energy plants are solar energy cells are installed on the roof of the building, so that it will shift towards the renewable energy utilization. Then waste, water and waste management should be installed within the building premises area, so that this will be causes less waste is there. Next is the solid waste management. Means solid waste management, proper handling or and proper management and handling of solid waste. Management and handling of solid waste within the premises of the building, so that this will reduce the consumption and the production of more and more amount of solid waste, and mismanagement of solid waste is also reduced. And next is the sustainable building materials and construction technology. Means all building materials should be sustainable, and construction technology should be adopted. Health, well-being and environmental quality has been seen, like more and more plantation of trees there. Plantation of tree, eco-friendly bricks, manure should be used. So these are the concepts of the green building that we are adopting toward a sustainable future, toward a sustainable development. Now comes to the next thing. This is about the LEED. LEED is a point-based system in which your building project earn leads point for satisfying specific green building criteria. Means LED is the leadership in energy and environmental design. It is a design logo that they have been provided to the building that is coming under the category of green building concept. It will give some ratings system for the design, construction, operation, management, or maintenance of green buildings, homes and neighborhood, which aim to help building owner and operators to be environmental responsible and user resource efficiently. So green LED will give some credit categorized, and it is they will give category towards the, if it should be in water efficiency, energy and atmosphere, materials and resources, indoor environment quality is there, in innovation and operational and registered priority is there, sustainable stress is there. So in this way, LED will provide some points and ratings for the design of the building, construction methods, operation and maintenance of green building, homes and neighborhood. Means for this green building maintenance, this LED will provide some ratings toward the environmental responsibility and use of resource efficiently. So LED is a leading projects toward this green building criteria, and they will look after for this green building criteria, that the specific project is meeting up the criteria or not, and what that project will bring about into the construction, design, operation and maintenance of the green buildings, homes and neighborhood, which aim to help building owner and operators be environmentally responsible and use of resource in an efficiently manner. So this is the basic duty of this LED. Now comes to the next thing. This is about the benefits of the green building. Means what benefit this green building is providing. So When we are considering about the sustainability aspect in all phases of building design and planning, use of healthy and environmental friendly building material and products, with the use of some environment friendly building material and products, will achieve this kind of green building concept. And this is the main benefit, means it is totally based on the environment friendly, means whatever thing is using, whatever building material is involving, all are environment friendly and healthy. And it is also promoting the use of efficient system, like we already discussed, that solid waste management should be there, wastewater treatment should be there, and then use of construction and system which are easy to maintain and services, use of some construction and system that are very easy to maintain and services, high aesthetic and urban design quality, high public acceptance is there. So this is the benefits of this green building. Actually, this green building is a very good thing to adopt for the future. And if it will be adopted in today's generation, then it will be a very good thing for the sustainability of the environment, and it will not causes any harm to the environment and people living around the surroundings of the environment. So this is about the benefits of this green building. Now comes to the another advantage that is related with the green building, is that green building harmonize with the local climate, tradition, culture, and the surrounding environment. It will form a very basic harmony. It will a relationship between the local climate, tradition, culture, and the surrounding environment that are already existing in that place. This design are for save energy and resources, recycle materials, and minimize the emission of toxic substances throughout its life cycle. When it is going to minimize the emission of toxic substances throughout its life cycle, means life cycle of any toxic substance has been reduced while adopting this green building concept. And this green building make efficient use of resources and have significant operational savings and increase workplace productivity, means it will be very efficient for the use of resources and have very significant operational savings and increase workplace productivity. And next point is that green building are able to sustain and improve the quality of human life while maintaining the capacity of the ecosystem at local and global level, means it will be help to sustain and improve the quality of human life while maintaining the capacity of ecosystem at local and global levels. Green building sends the right messages about a company or organization that it is well run, responsible, and committed to the future. Means it will give a harmony, or it will give a very right message about any company or organization or any building material or any builder, that they have a very responsible person and they have been very much committed toward the future and sustainability of the country, and they are very much thinking about the environment. And this green building concept is all about only, this is a environment friendly, and it is a very good concept towards the reduction of the pollution. It will reduce waste cost, it will reduce labor cost, it will reduce more water uses, and it will reduce everything, so that it is a very excellent way to adopt from the today's future. Now comes to the ecological footprint. Ecological footprint is again related with this concept, like if we'll shift toward this green building concept, ecological footprint will be reduced, and it is a measure of the load imposed by a given population on nature. Ecological footprint is we can say that a footprint caused by an individual on the ecology, on their particular environment. It is a load imposed by any individual to the population or the nature. It will represent the land area required to sustain a given level of resource consumption and waste discharge by that particular population. Means it will represent the total area acquired by that population, total waste that is producing, total resource that particular population has consuming. So this is about the ecological footprint that particular population will impart on the environment, means what they are sustaining, what resource they are utilizing, what resource they are consumption, and waste discharge is there. The land area required to provide the energy and material requirement by the economy. means the land area that is required to provide the energy and material requirement by that economy, and the impact of human activities measured in terms of area of biologically productive land and water required to produce the good consumed and to assimilate the waste generated. So normally, in a very simple way, we can say that ecological footprint is the land area required to sustain a given level of resource sustain given level of resource, then consumption of the resource, and then consumption and discharge of the resource. So this 3 point is all about the ecological footprint, means sustain a resource, consumption of resource, and discharge to a particular environment. This is about the ecological footprint. Next is the life cycle assessment. Life cycle assessment is a technique to assess environmental impact associated with all the stages of a product's life, from raw material extraction through material processing, manufacture, distribution, use, repair, maintenance, disposal, recycling. Designer use this process to help critique their product. Means life cycle product assessment is a technique to assess environmental impact associated with that particular product, from its stage of manufacturing to the stage of its disposal. So it is from the first one stage, that is from processing, manufacture, distribution, use, repair, maintenance, disposal, and recycling. And many designers use this LCA, life cycle assessment, for the critic and the critic their products, and it will help avoid a narrow outlook on environmental concern by compiling an inventory of relevant energy and material inputs and environmental release, evaluating the potential impacts associated with identified inputs and release, interpreting the results to help make a more informed decision. So this is about the life cycle assessment of any product. It should be distribution, use, repair, manufacturing, processing, maintenance, disposal, and recycling. Everything is everything that is related with the whole life cycle of any product is coming under this thing. And this is the assessment of any product in terms of environmental impact. Means what environmental impact associated with the all stages of that product is called as life cycle assessment. And this you can see the picture of the life cycle assessment is that the system is defined as a part of goal definition, scope phasing of LCA, but in waste management study that might include, for example, the recovery material and energy and their replacement for virgin material and fuels. So it will start from the manufacturing, then distribution, then use of the product, then its disposal and recycling, and then again the raw material extraction. And with this raw material extraction, again the word comes, that is manufacturing, distribution, use. So this is about the life cycle assessment of any product. Means whatever environmental impact that particular product is possessing, that's why we are studying this life cycle assessment. Means every stage, what environmental impact is associated. This is called as life cycle assessment. Now comes to the low carbon lifestyle. Low carbon lifestyle refers to a minimal output of greenhouse gas emission into the biosphere. Means it refers to a very less amount of greenhouse gas emission to the biosphere due to any human activity. Specifically, this is referred to as greenhouse gas carbon dioxide. So low carbon lifestyle means a kind of lifestyle in which people do their best to reduce energy consumption and carbon greenhouse gas emission. Low carbon economy is an economy model based on low energy consumption, low population, and low emission. Means this kind of lifestyle is a lifestyle where people will do their best to reduce the energy consumption and carbon greenhouse gases emission. Low carbon economy is an economy model based on low energy consumption, low pollution, and low emission. Low carbon lifestyle create less carbon dioxide emission. So this is about the low carbon lifestyle. Means low carbon lifestyle will create less carbon dioxide emission, and with less carbon dioxide emission, already the greenhouse gas emission will be reduced. That's why this low carbon lifestyle has been adopted to this world to reduce the carbon greenhouse gas emission and low carbon lifestyle. Now comes to the next thing about this low carbon lifestyle is that the reason for low carbon lifestyle is that As we all know, there are more and more air pollution, water pollution, chemical pollution, lots of pollution is there that will result to a worst and worst living environment. Therefore, we should protect our earth, which is the only one that provide the living environment for humans. So a low carbon lifestyle, which is an innovative lifestyle, that is the need of today's world. Like, we should shift toward this low carbon lifestyle, means we should reduce the carbon dioxide emission, so that this greenhouse gases has been reduced. We already know that is the carbon dioxide is the greenhouse gases. So if we will shift toward the low carbon lifestyle, and it is a very innovative kind of lifestyle, and it is the need of today's generation. And the for the adaptation of this reason for this low carbon lifestyle adoption is that there are more and more pollution, water pollution, chemical pollution is there, that will be going to deteriorate our living standard and our environment also. That's why this low carbon lifestyle should be adopted by each individual, and will with adoption of this kind of low carbon style, automatically the emission of carbon dioxide has been reduced, and this will lead to the reduction of greenhouse gases towards the environment, and that is going to be safe for this. And that is, and today is the big problem is this greenhouse gases. So this low carbon lifestyle will help in minimizing the emission of carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases into the environment. So this is all about the green building concepts and environment ethics and low carbon lifestyle life cycle assessment of any products. Thank you for today's lecture.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.